Alright guys, looks like we're ready to go. So if we all just return to our seats. The sooner we get started, the sooner we eat. So we got delicious food waiting for us. Like I said, all the centers will sit on this side. All of our guests will sit on this side. We'll have time to mingle at the end of our town hall. We have food for you guys as well. So welcome everybody to our town hall meeting, the first one of this year. Sebastian Parra, I'm the student body president, the president of the Student Government Association, and we're very excited to have you guys here. Thank you for coming here in this pouring rain. We'll make sure to make it short but informative and very worth your time. For those of you, if this is the first time coming to an SGA meeting, we are the official representatives of the student body. We are officially elected by you guys every spring, and we represent you guys. So we have the executive board. If they all just stand up, so we can recognize them. The executive board, please. We are the executive board of the Student Government Association. Hey. So this is the executive branch of the student government, like any other government. And we have the legislative branch. If you'll stand up, these are our legislative body, our senators representing each college. Each one of you. Each one of these guys represent 1,000 students in their college. So these are your senators that represent you directly. And then we have the Student Judicial Board, which is the judicial side of our government. If we have anybody from the Judicial Board here today, I don't think so. Okay, but they are the Judicial Board. We usually have one of the members come to our, we work very separately, but they do a lot of important stuff as far as academic honesty and other issues. So hopefully you won't end up with them because this is trouble. So today we're going to hear from our VPs to see what they have been doing in the past, in the summer, what we have been doing this semester, and what we plan to do this semester and to the end of the year. We have the Vice President of Public Relations, Vice President of Student Services, Vice President of Academic Affairs, Vice President of, did I say Public Relations already? Academic Affairs, Student Life, and we have Budget and Finance. Apart from that, we have my Executive Vice President, she's the President of the Senate, the Speaker of the House, she's the Executive Vice President, and I'm the President. Also, we have our Pro Temp, who's in charge of all the liaisons. Have you guys applied to be a liaison? Yay, awesome. So make sure you talk to Nick. Nick, raise your hand. So this is Nick, he's our Pro Temp, he'll be in charge of all the liaisons, so make sure you introduce yourselves to him. All right? Without further ado, let's just get started. Today, first up in the agenda, we're going to hear from Vice President of Academic Affairs, Vice President David T. Jackson, Jr.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is David Jackson, Jr. I'm the Vice President of Academic Affairs in your Student Government Association. I was a senator before. I was a senator before I was the Vice President of Academic Affairs. And my job in student government, in a nutshell, is just to address all issues pertaining to academics at the university. So an important committee that I sit on, a university committee, the Academic Programs Committee, which just recently submitted their due pass proposal to the University Senate for the new core curriculum for the consolidated Georgia State University. And also some other initiatives that my committee is taking a reach with this year and some full force to the 24-hour study space that I believe, if I'm not correct, we've been advocating for the past 2 years. But we have struck some success with extending library hours, but we are going to continue that. But if you have any more questions, please feel free to speak with me during the Q&A section of this meeting tonight. And also, my committee meetings are every Tuesday at 11 a.m. in the SGA conference room. So please feel free to stop by whenever you want to, or feel free to contact me via email or Facebook or Instagram or Twitter or all of that stuff. So have a good night, guys, and continue to adore that beautiful Thank you.
Good evening, my name is Toby. My job is basically to set the budget for SGA. As the VP of Budget and Finance, I help with advocating for allocations to different organizations. I also approve all new student org funding. I also have a committee that meets every Tuesday from 3:30 to 4:30. Maybe it's my, I'm sorry. I think it's my watch, I don't know why. But basically, that's what I do, and my meetings are every Tuesday from 3:30 to 4:30. Thank you very much.
Hey guys, my name is Anthony Wynn. This is an old picture of me, so I look really weird, like an alien. Looks fine. So I'm a sophomore biology major. Planning to go to med school after I graduate. So my position is Vice President of Public Relations. So what I do mainly is I relay the opinions and concerns about the student body to the correct officials. So let's say you have a concern about the Student Center, I will direct it to my advisor, Student Center Director Board. So I do a lot of stuff with that. Also maintain communication with university officials. So, and also student media like GSU TV. I haven't done that yet, but I plan to talk to them, you know. It's a long process, but also maintain communication with student organizations. If any of you guys are part of a student organization would like to work with SGA or contact us, just let me know. Also, I like to provide promotional items for the student body. So if you guys have anything you guys would like to see, if you guys are here before, like ever a sophomore, or have any items you would like, just let me know. Like I like opinions or any advice, that's nice. My committee also works on student outreach. So what we're trying to do, an initiative like the Public Relations Committee is working on, is having suggestion boxes around campus. So we're trying to have those all around. You can just put your little comment about there, and we're try to work on it for you. So that's awesome. So my committee meetings are every Thursday at 6 o'clock. So if you guys want to come by and say hi or see my pretty face, let me know. Have a good day, guys.
Everybody. Hope we're all, feeling good. The rain is subdued for a little while. So, well, my name is Corey Sams. I serve as the Vice President of Student Life, where we advocate on behalf of student involvement and campus engagement. So a little bit about what that means, I guess, is that basically when we're meeting, we're talking about things to get the students involved with things going on around campus. So from like the most recent events, which my committee has been speaking on and engaging with, has been homecoming. Homecoming being right around the corner, we want to make sure that homecoming is really like with having the students at the center. So that's one of the things that we've really been working on as well. But one of the main things that a lot of people recognize about student life is that we talk about co-sponsorships and we get these things done. So far we've already approved quite a few co-sponsorships, and co-sponsorships are getting student events funded to further progress, the ideas of cultural awareness, educational development, and campus engagement, and things like that. So we want to make sure that we're further able to allow student organizations to be able to do so. And so, my committee meets every other Wednesday, so that would be the week of the Senate meetings, Wednesdays from 3:30 to 4:30 p.m. in this SGA conference room for those of you that would like to attend. If you have any further questions, comments, concerns, or anything like that you would like to speak with me on, that would be more than happy to do so when we have our open session with the Q&A.
Good evening, everyone. Let me be the first one to thank y'all all for coming out here in this rain. So let's give them a round of applause for that. So my name is Fort Charles Ricky. I'm the Vice President of Student Services for the Student Government Association. Basically, I represent the interests of you all, anywhere from dining hall issues, transportation issues, shuttles, parking, different stuff of that nature, different services. My job is here to basically make sure you're aware of these different services that our beautiful university offers you. A few things that I worked on last week. I'm not sure if y'all been hearing about the blast of Panther Cash. Actually, at this time, we can give GSU TV for interviewing me about Panther Cash and a signal round of applause. I really appreciate that. This is a program that we're trying to get out there and make sure students are involved with and actually have an understanding of what Panther Cash does. Basically, you upload your money in there and you get a discount 20% off of different food courts here. 8% off of different vending machines, and many more different discounts. As you can see to my right, we have our Go Green mugs. Basically, you go over there. If you follow us on Instagram by the end of this meeting, you come over here, follow us on Instagram, show us that you follow with the green check. You can actually get a free mug, and that's actually not a regular mug, it's actually a discounted mug, where you can actually pick up a mug, go to any cashier or any food court here at Georgia State University, including the College of Law and Cafe in Centennial, and you get $1 for your fountain drink, including tax, and $1.50 for your coffee, including tax as well. We have many different t-shirts here for you to come to get, so you can just follow us on Instagram. And some different things that me and my committee have been setting up. We have planned service of the month. For the month of October will be the first service of the month. So basically you'll see for October, November, December until the end of my term, we'll have different services highlighting different things that they do. So we're having kind of like, service of the month type of thing. And basically me and my committee meets the same Thursday as the Senate meeting. So we met this past Tuesday. No, the same Tuesday as Senate meetings. So basically every other Tuesday at 5:30 p.m. So if you have any questions or concerns, you can come out there and ask any one of us some questions, and we can come out there and help you with the best answer possible. This basically concludes my report. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Nicholas C. Smith. I'm a senior majoring in public policy, and I'm also your president pro tempore on behalf of Student Government Association. One of my primary responsibilities is representing and overseeing the freshman and transfer liaisons and ensuring that those student populations are being represented here at Georgia State. I've been working very closely with keeping an eye on those applications. Last time I checked, which was a couple hours ago, the status on that, we have 21 updated applications pending for the freshman liaison app and 5 for the transfer app, so that's pretty good. The app will actually be closing tonight at 11:59 p.m. close of business, so it is not too late to apply, so definitely encourage your friends who are transfers and freshmen to go ahead and apply. That is a good opportunity for those populations to actually learn about student government and some of the services that we offer, and kind of gives you a little insight on our school. You also have a good opportunity with that. Another one of my responsibilities that I'm currently working on with the Vice President of Academic Affairs, David Jackson, is assisting with constituent days. So we'll be working on that soon. So senators, be on the lookout for a couple emails sent out from that. And that concludes my report.
All right, thank you. Before we move forward, so I just wanted to recognize our Vice President of Student Affairs who's here with us, Dr. Steve Douglas-Covey. Thank you so much for being here. He's the person above all student affairs, the Vice President of Student Affairs, under which the student government falls under. So if you get a chance, make sure you introduce yourselves to him. So I just wanted to get started tonight. I want to give a little overview of SGA because the number one question everybody asks us all the time is, what do you guys do? So number one, I think that the most important thing that we do is allocate fees. All of us pay hundreds of dollars of fees every semester, and a lot of those fees come through the students, the student activity fee, the student diversity fee, a lot of mandatory fees. So these guys, all of us serve on these committees where we allocate the fees and where we fund almost every student organization on campus. Definitely all of them that are funded through student activity fee. We are the people who do that. We advocate on your behalf. We created, like a couple of years ago, there's a senator here, Justin Brighthart. He worked hard to create a sustainability fee. So now we have a sustainability fee that's going towards green and environmentally friendly causes, and that's the work of your student government. So the student government has definitely a lot of influence on this campus. We have a lot of real power within the administration of our university. So if you guys can count on us for anything that you guys need, any issue that arises, anything that you notice, we're here to help. And if you bring up the ideas, we're sure to take care of them. Over the past year, as you guys know, we have been consolidating with Georgia Pittman College, and that's something that we have been working on very hard. It's been an arduous process, so we're in the final stretch. This semester, our job as student government is to consolidate our constitution. So for those of you who don't know, next year, when we really consolidate with GPC, there'll be one student body president for the entire 6 campuses of the new Georgia State University. So there'll be 5 GPC campuses plus the downtown campus, our campus, will be all one student body, represented by one student body president. We're gonna have executive vice presidents on every campus, and then we're gonna have the e-boards at every campus as well. So it's gonna be very, we're gonna take things to a very large scale, but we'll continue to have one person on this campus will be direct representative, which be an executive vice president. So that's something that I'm going to be working on this fall. And so we're going to have 5 students from Georgia State and 5 students from GPC consolidating the university. I also wanted to talk about something that we did last year, which is the Buzz. It's a new app. You can download it right now on your phone. It's the new way to get access to newspapers on campus. So you have all the Signal articles in there and also USA Today. It's something that the SGA allocated for, so as you can see, we don't have any more print newspapers on campus for the college readership program. We now have the Buzz app. It's B-U-Z-Z if you want to download it, the GSU Buzz app. I also wanted to talk about fan from day one. Who went to the first football game last week? Yes, okay. We had a lot of fun. We got to be on the field. Some of us were throwing t-shirts to the fans. Thank you for all the centers that came. We had a lot of fun there. And so what we did, we created this initiative with athletics to have freshmen run into the field with the football team this year. And it was a great success. We have hundreds of freshmen out there, and we had a lot of fun. So thank you for you guys participating in that. We will continue working with athletics like we have done in the past. In the past, we created a program called the Organization of the Game. So at every basketball game, there's one organization featured as the organization of the game. That's an initiative from the SGA. It's something that we started to increase student life, student involvement, and Panther pride overall. So this fall, when basketball season starts, tell your organizations to talk to Vice President Corey Sams. He's the person who will be in charge of the application process for organization of the game. If you want to have your organization there, make sure you tell Corey and apply on OrSync to become the organization of the game at the basketball games. Our big focus this year is going to be traditions. We're a big school, and as you guys saw yesterday, we've been ranked nationally for being so innovative, for our advisement system, for all these great things that we have. And one of the things that I would like to see more is more Panther pride. More proud to be, President Becker was talking today at the town hall that 5 years ago people used to say Georgia State is the best kept secret in Georgia. But it's not anymore. People know that we're going to be the biggest university in Georgia next year. We're going to be one of the biggest universities in the country next year. So we need to be proud of that, and we need to be proud of our academic excellence, our advisement system, and the fact that we are graduating more people of color than any other university in America. So we need to be proud of it. So, we want to continue that, and we want to increase traditions. We have a lot of traditions, so we want to create new, meaningful traditions and continue the ones that we have already. And Vice President Corey Sams has a budget that's called Panther Pride Initiatives, and we've been working on that. One of the things that we did is that we partnered with the Student Alumni Association to create the Tradition Keeper app. So if you want to, you can download it on your phone as well. So it's got, I think it's up to 100 things that you're supposed to do in Georgia State before you graduate. And when you complete it, you take a selfie, and there's a scoreboard, a leaderboard to see who's doing the most traditions on campus. Every time you complete a certain number of traditions, you get a medal if you're a part of the Student Alumni Association. We're going to open the app just for their members, but the student government stepped in and paid for the entire student body to have access to this app. We hope that you guys participate on it, that especially our senators, that we participate on these traditions, and that is going to increase Panther pride as well, and it's going to help all of us stay connected with what you're supposed to do at Georgia State, especially now that homecoming is coming up. It's a great time to complete a lot of those traditions. Lastly, I know we've heard hundreds of times in these meetings about the 24-hour study space. The law school just opened a new building. The new law, the old law library seems like it's going to public health, to the School of Public Health. But I continue to be a firm advocate for that. We allocated a $5 fee for the library that we are paying to expand the library hours. So now the library hours have expanded thanks to the work of the student government. Last year, now it's open from 7 a.m. until I think 2 a.m. and the finals is until 3 a.m. So the goal is to get to a 24-hour study space, but our library is huge, so it's very expensive to keep it 24 hours open. But we're going to keep working with that with Dr. Covey and the president and everybody in the development planning committee to finally get a 24-hour study space, which is really my dream before I graduate. Other than that, we really want to thank you guys for being here. We wanted to keep this a very open space, just an open house, tell you what we do, who we are, and we're going to have another ones of this in the spring, more issue-based, more focused in different issues that you can tell us, please, what would you like for us to talk about? Like last year, we talked about gender-inclusive housing, and we talked about the consolidation. So we're looking for the theme of the next year. I know if you guys are here, you're probably interested in SGA. So next year, around spring, January, February, look out for the applications. So you apply to run. So we check your qualifications, that you have the right GPA, the right college, and graduation year. Then you run to be a senator, vice president, president. There's going to be a lot of opportunity next year. So just stay tuned with us. We want to thank you for being here. If you guys have any questions, you have an opportunity to talk to us. Now I would like to introduce our Executive Vice President of the Student Government, AVP Tiara Mayfield.
Things to touch on tonight. So for our guests and for our Senate, which you already know, please go to sga.gsu.edu to get your calendar synced to your phone. So if you want to know what SGA is doing, you can get those updates directly to your phone, synced to your calendar, so you'll know exactly when these lovely committee meetings are taking place and when our Senate meetings are taking place. Our next Senate meeting will be September 17th, which is this next Thursday at 7:15 p.m. in Student Center West, 466, 468. So we would love to see you all there. The second thing I want to touch on is the attendance of our senators. We are having some of the best attendance that we've had in the past few years out of our Senate. So I really want to recognize you guys for being here. So please keep up the good work. I was talking to Boyd earlier about the attendance at the University Senate meeting today, and it's really great that we're sitting on these committees with the administration, like President Becker and Dr. Covey, and we are showing up and being there. So I really appreciate it. We couldn't do it without the Senate. We recognize our e-board a lot, but you guys are truly where the decisions get made, so we really want to shout out our Senate. And last but not least, as our President Pro Tem touched on, please apply to be freshmen and transfer liaisons. This position is really new, so a lot of us got involved our sophomore year because there wasn't a way to get involved your freshman year. So please take advantage of that opportunity and tell us what issues are freshmen facing. None of us are freshmen, so we have no idea what GSU 19 is thinking. So if you guys want to give us some updates, that'd be great. So please apply. The application closes tonight at 11:59, and be a volunteer in SGA. If you don't think that you can commit the time to be a freshman liaison or a transfer liaison, please just be a volunteer. Come out when you have time. We really appreciate any suggestions or thoughts you all have. And as everyone has touched on, we look forward to your questions at the Q&A. So I don't have anything else to touch on at this moment, but I'd love to hear your questions. So thank you.
Very quickly, I just wanted to introduce everybody to our advisor, Mr. Boyd Beckwith. He's the advisor of Student Government Association. He works very hard for us. He's here at 7 p.m. So he just wanted to invite you guys about a couple of exciting things. Thank you, Boyd, for being here.
Good evening. I know I'm in a very perilous position between students and food, so I'll be very quick. And I just want to make sure that, as Sebastian mentioned, a lot of what student government does is allocate fees. Well, there are some upcoming programs that you all have already paid for, and so I want to make sure you're aware of them. One of them is Blue at the Zoo. If you try to go to the zoo on your own, it's about $20, but through Spotlight Program Board, you can go for $5. It will be Friday, September 25th, starting at 5:30. If you go to the spotlight.gsu.edu, you can actually pay for your tickets online now. So you don't have to wait in a line at Campus Tickets. Actually, when we do the Pantherpalooza tickets, no more long, hour-long lines. We'll have perfected the process. You'll be able to just pay for your tickets via your credit card. And so Blue at the Zoo, again, is Friday, September 25th at 5:30. As well, there is a Georgia State night at the Woodruff Arts Center. There will be a free reception at 5:30, and then you can choose to either go to the symphony, to one of two productions that the Alliance Theater is putting on, or to the High Museum, all for free with their Georgia State ID. If you're interested, you can also purchase a PAW Pass, which is Panthers at Woodruff. that will actually get you access to all those kinds of programs for the entire academic year for $25. So again, your fees are doing some amazing programs. Again, you can get more information from spotlight.gsu.edu. You can talk to me in the Q&A. I just want to make sure that students are aware of these incredible programs. As well, if you're into journalism or media, Student Media is hosting a modern media conference on the 25th and 26th. That is, again, also free to Georgia State students. If you need any more information, again, talk to me in the Q&A. And with that, I am done.
Okay, last but not least, I wanted to introduce yourself to our second advisor. We're so lucky that we have two advisors. We have Sarah Wilcox, who used to be at our campus events last year. Now she's doing a bunch of things. One of their things is helping the SGA because we have a lot of work to do. So she's one of our advisors as well. She'd like to introduce herself. Thank you, Sarah, for being here.
Okay, so again, I'm Sarah Wilcox. I'm very happy to be here and be of support to Student Government Association. I have two shameless plugs. If you are looking for an on-campus job, we hire in the Student Center. We have jobs for you. Please apply through Panther Corona or OrgSync. Second thing, they've already touched on the freshman liaison and transfer liaison applications, but even if you don't do that, again, please do get involved. Your voice is important, and it's kind of like if you don't vote, you can't complain. So get involved. And lastly, we have brand new eateries in the Student Center. We have the Burrito Bowl and Freshens is so good. And you can customize it, make it any way you want. There's Starbucks coffee, and with your mugs you can get, oh yeah, I'll let you have the grand reveal. But with the mugs you can get your refills for $1 for Cokes, sodas, Sprite, whatever, and then $1.50 for coffee or hot chocolate. So, and I'll give it over to Sebastian. But thank you so much for being here. It's very good to see you all.
Okay, so we all like free food. Today we have some coupons for these two locations that they open, Freshens and Burrito Bowl. I went to Burrito Bowl. I really recommend the summer one. It's got strawberries and stuff. It's really good. So with this one, you get a $1 off a burrito or a rice bowl for a Burrito Bowl. So Vice President Always Enrique over here will be handing them out. And we have $1 off of smoothies for Freshens. So what I would like to do right now, if you guys have any questions, any general questions right now, you can stand up and ask them, so we'll be able to answer it. Is there any general questions like that? If not, we'll move on to the food, and you guys can meet us personally and ask us questions on a personal level. Does that sounds like a plan? Awesome. All right, thank you for being here, everybody. Thank you. While we let our guests eat, let's take a picture of the student government up here, please. All the senators. Yes. And then the e-board too. Let's let our guests eat first. All right, so Anthony, how do you want to do this? How do you want to do this? Yeah. So let's get all the senators up on the stage, and then we'll take a picture of them. Let's turn on the thing, bro.
Thank you.